Hey guys, this is Manan, and today we will be talking about the dragons. Basically, which dragon is best for PvP, maybe even events. But today I won't go too much deep into it. Dragons are very important, that is for sure. Today we'll just look into what are the most important abilities on these dragons to have. But before that, let me just try this new thing. I was at 120th level here. Let's see. I think I should tag this dragon as soon as possible. Let's see. Do something. Yup. Now it should be easy. Let's see. Anything. Looks like a perfect clear. Nice. Yep. So next chapter. Sweet. Okay, so we'll come back to this in another video maybe. Anyway, so dragons, right? So this is where you get your dragon, right? First thing is, dragons are really complex, but you have to understand their purpose. At super early game, dragons are very good at dealing a lot of damage, so you can use them as one of your DPS units before you get a good lot of war, and before people start getting good resistances. At the time, or in early game, black dragons and red dragons, they are one of the best because their abilities, they learn a lot of very highly attacking moves like all these. But later on, their damage starts becoming really weak in compared to the amount of resistances all the units get. So they started becoming your very important support units. But make no mistake, dragon are the most important support unit in the whole game. If you can keep your dragon alive for a long time, you will be way more stronger than if you can't. There are a lot of reasons behind that, so let me just try to go touch a few of the reasons, and then I will show you what abilities you want, so that your dragon can stay in the back and live long time. So if you go to your draconic and if you see affliction and go to the last one, so this is one of the most important abilities in the whole game. Read what it says. Always read. I mean, this is a very difficult thing to tell a Art of Conquest player to do, but always read. So it says, when the dragon is alive on the battlefield, allows all friendly non-summoned units to delay death by 2 seconds and 4 seconds for massive units. So massive units like trees, turtles, stuff like that. Actually, even your Petrian are massive units. So yeah, during which they can't be selected. So it means not only they delay the death, they are just unselectable. So unselectable means they won't be affected by, for example, stun or pull, effects like that. And each unit will stun an enemy unit of the same size for 2 seconds. So yeah, they will also stun the enemy. Actually, stunning might not always work good, because most of the units have some kind of stun protection, which we can talk in another video. But the first part is the most important here, delaying death. One rule of thumb in this game, when you are setting off anything, if you find anything that delays a death by any amount of time, pick that. Always pick that, because living longer than your enemy makes you win, or at worst draw the game. You won't lose, right? So that is the most important thing you have to understand. That is the most important thing, living longer than your opponents, and this helps. And this is actually one of the most broken thing, because it's just like delays your death. So this is one of the most important thing. But in early games, when people are super reliant on their Lord of War and the damage there, and let's say if their Lord of War doesn't have a lot of his skills, this also becomes very important. So read here what it says: at 45 seconds in the battle or when dragon health drops below this. So either any one of this is true, it stuns all enemy and recovers 70% of base health. Is for your dragon. This is not very important, but this is an important one. Stun all enemies and stall on enemies, right? And this also includes Lord of War, the Jade Phoenix, mostly because like that is the strongest one and that is what most people use, at least for now, right? So, and also the longer the battle has lasted, the longer the stun will last. So from 2 to 6 seconds. So if the battle actually went till 45 seconds, your enemy, you will stun your enemy for 6 seconds. If your enemy have Fed or like other medals, and if they invoke or proc that effect, maybe they won't be stunned. But if your Lord of War doesn't have, like if your enemy's Lord of War doesn't have that stun protection, which I'll show you in a moment, then they will also be stunned for up to 6 seconds. So this is very good. Like you get so much extra time before they start attacking again, right? So yeah, so this is very important for especially in the early game. And what you have to understand is you don't have to do all 555 like this. I'm in late game, my account is really old, so I have a lot of amount like material just collecting every day for years and years, so I can afford to do this. But for beginner, when you unlock the dragon, you should get this as soon as possible. So these two are very important. So this one, like it depends on how early game you are, and if your enemies have such abilities on Lord of War. But yeah, when you start seeing your enemies getting, or your rivals getting a Lord of War with proper abilities, you want to get this done. Now let's talk about Awakening Draconic. So this is also one of the strongest, I think this is a strongest like overall strongest buff that you can get from your dragon, and especially after recent update. So this is really crazy. Like let's see protection. Yeah, and let's start reading like what it does, right? At this stage, the dragon receives some kind of protective boost every some seconds. So that's also that recovers your max health. So this is good, but not as good as the next stage. Let's see there. So it increases crit evasion, which is good. Crit resistance also very good, and reduce damage taken 30%. This is very important. So try to get this as soon as possible. You can only awaken your dragon at level 65, which you can achieve only after you get your castle to level 50, because your dragon can only be level 15 higher than your castle. So you want to get that as soon as possible. Wait, maybe I'm mistaken. No, my bad. So you can actually, I got confused by awakening these abilities. So Draconic Awakening, you can only awaken it once you have all this 159 max. So yeah, just forget about it if you're early game. After you play for like maybe a year or like year and a half, then you should start thinking about these. At least wait until a year, I think, because there are other features that are more important to max before starting to work on it. I'm sorry. So the next one. So this is also actually important, because what it does, it increases all your friendly melee troops health by 10% and ranged troop health by 30%. So this is like decent buff. Like having 30% more health on your ranged troops helps them survive against Lord of War as well. But this is a little bit later game. In early game, your health is so low and your resistance is so low that you can't live for too much long, unless you have a few tools, which we will discuss in maybe future videos, but not now. So this is good, but I think this is the most important one. So if you read here, what it says is like, if your dragon is alive on the field, it increases all your friendly heroes health by 70%. So there's more than one and a half, right? More than, like, it's like 1.7 times more health for your heroes, and also reduces damage taken by all your friendly heroes except Lord of War, which is fair, because like Lord of War is already very strong and very difficult to kill. So except Lord of War by 35%. So more health, and way more resistance. That basically means like, I don't know, double, triple, I don't know, I've not done the maths, but it's really strong and one of the most important thing to get ASAP if you can. But yeah, just wait maybe till you max all the features like your armory, which gives much more damage resistances for your team overall. Yeah, and then this is also like really good to protect your dragon, but like these are all, you know, later game stuff. Just to get, I think from here to here you have to spend I forgot, maybe 1200 chest. But if you wanna, you know, really calculate it, I want to plug our Discord. So come here, this is official Discord server of this game, and you can go to guide chat, and then actually let's just go to info sheets, right? And then here you can search for Dragon Awakening, right? Let's try. So I see. So yeah, so if you go here, you can see how many chests you need for each level. So yeah, in total you'll need like, I don't know, 8,000 boxes to max everything like I have, which will come in like maybe after 2 or 3 years. But yeah, don't try to sweat too much on it. Try to get the best one first, and then, you know, others one. Yeah, so yeah, this is the number of chests, right? To get your, you know, draconic to max, like, you know, I have. But you shouldn't be waiting to get this super early. Maybe wait a, you know, 1.5 year or 2 years before you start thinking about it. Like it mostly depends on you know, which feature is more important than you know, getting these specific buffs, right? So these buffs are really good. You will start noticing, you know, your weakness, and once you start, you know, seeing your other features like prisms getting too expensive to level up, you can come here and start thinking about this. Anyways, let's come to the main point of this video, what abilities we want. So let me just start by showing you what I have. Understand that there are a few abilities like this one and this one that, you know, requires you luck and or money to get it, you know, when the event is there. So if you're lucky, you can get it like me, right? These abilities. But yeah, you can also spend money to get these. But before that, let's understand the concept. So blue dragon, this is very popular. It is I think the most used dragon right now. The main reason is this blue dragon is very good at staying in the backline and staying there, which helps, like, you know, avoid the actual action in the game, right? So it lives longer, so it keeps buffing everything for longer, right? With these and like all these abilities. So it has lots of abilities. So I, you know, encourage you to read all of them. But yeah, the idea is dragon lives longer, you might have more chances to win. So blue dragon is the best at that, and the reason behind that is its abilities are something that it doesn't need to go near enemies to cast. For example, let's see what a few of these abilities do, right? So mainly the ability that is specific to this dragon are these two, this one, Frost Nova and Hailstorm. So Frost Nova, so it says it summons 3 Frost Novas as at random locations within the enemy ranks. We don't care about like how much damage it deals. It just you know, about it spawning these Novas. And similarly, you know, Hailstorm, same thing. It rains down 16 to enemy rank, dealing whatever damage. We don't care. But yeah, so this is the main thing. I'm talking about like a little bit later game. In super early game, these damage you can also, you know, see it killing troops and stuff. But you know, just in after a month or two, like it stops doing any damage at all. So don't worry about that. But just understand that this you know, this raining down hailstones like every blizzard and this Frost Nova. So this is what makes it, you know, cast these abilities in the enemies. And if dragon has more abilities to cast, it won't move from its place. So how you do that? You do that by giving it even more abilities that it casts. For example, this one. So this one you have to, you know, you can buy. So these one are just specific, these two are just specific to this dragon, but this one you can give it to any dragon. But yeah, for this dragon, this is one more ability. So this one has another good effect, but the main important thing is like it calls down meteors, right? And we don't care about max damage, but it also blinds them. So basically blinding means like reducing accuracy by a lot. That is it. But yeah, that is also a good buff or debuff. But main thing is it casts all this, like storm, like just like Hellstorm, it casts some kind of storm. Like cosmic is like what, meteor? Yes, something like that. So these three abilities, it has these three abilities to stay in the back and keep casting. But if you went to Sate or Drake, and if you got the chest, this is the first ability that you should get. It's called Blessed Rim Breaker. So this one is also kind of similar ability. It allows your dragon to stay in the back, and actually this is the most important ability, I think, to keep your dragon in the back. But yeah, blue dragon doesn't need this ability to stay in the back, just to be clear. So this dragon periodically lets for the powerful mind-shattering roar, right? So it creates two Dreambreaker at random positions. So yeah, just like that. This illusion is kind of good, but yeah, main thing is, it casting this ability. So you can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. So blue dragon has four abilities to cast, but you have to understand the dragon has some kind of cooldown between the ability cast. So now there is this ability, which is, it's not unique to any dragon, and yeah, this is also not unique, but it's greater skill that you can only get after you go to Sate or Drake, or you buy it. This one is, again, just spend some coins and you can get it. And listen, so increase magic damage, we don't care. Healing efficacy, maybe we care. Accuracy, whatever. But the important thing is this, side effects, I guess. So reduced dragon's ability cooldown by 1, but like let's just read the last one. It reduces dragon abilities cooldown by 3.5 seconds. So this allows dragons to your dragon to cast this ability, and let's say if its cooldown was 4 seconds, now it will only be 3.5 seconds, right? So this ability is casted, and if it takes like, I don't know, 2 seconds to cast, and if your ability cooldown is around that time, it will start casting all other ability again, right? So yeah, when it can continuously cast these abilities, it doesn't get time to move anywhere, so it stays in the back. So the math behind, like what I said, for example, this 2.5 and like this takes 2 seconds or whatever. So the math behind that, I don't know exactly. I'm not bothered to understand exactly, but because it's not like, I don't know if it's important enough for me to spend my time there. I have very limited time, of course, right? But yeah, so you can easily test this with and without this, and most of the time it will work way better with this. There are other factors that can make dragon cast these abilities a lot. For example, if your dragon is near Avalon, it will cast a lot of times, because Avalons increase your dragon attack speed, but then attack speed of your dragon won't make your dragon move in the front fast, which used to happen before, but in like recent updates, like maybe, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, they changed this. Yeah, so because of these 1, 2, 3, 4 and this ability, your dragon will stay in the backline forever. So these abilities are for that there. And one really nice bonus of this blue dragon is it has this very unique ability. So each dragon also has like one unique skills ability and one like very special ability which is unique to it, and these are like lesser special ability, but they are still unique to it, right? And these three are like you can get it on any dragon. So this one, when the dragon is in your field and survives, it reduces physical damage taken by all your friendly troop units, so even your backline as well, right? And I don't know if you remember, but if you watch my earlier video on Lord of War, you'll understand Lord of War mostly deals physical damage, even if it is your Jade Phoenix. So increasing physical damage, resistance for your troops. This means the Jade Phoenix will also deal less damage against your ranged troops, right? So this is really good. And if you awaken this ability, this effect will retain even after your dragon dies. And your friendly units overall also take 20% reduced physical damage, right? So yeah, this is just more physical, more damage reduction, which is always good. So this is whatever, this is the most important thing. And then finally skills, which is like really important on any dragon. So whatever dragon you have, get its skill ability. It helps your dragon survive a lot longer. So in this case, this specific skill has like a specific effect that reduces enemies attack speed, movement speed, whatever, right? Every dragon has this a little bit different, but important thing is here in this case. So all damage as dragon checks is reduced by 25%. So yeah, more damage reduction. So you can see like how all these features can combine to make a dragon even more stronger, right? So these 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, these 7 abilities are must have in your dragon. At the start, like if your dragon isn't at like higher level to unlock these final 2 slots, you will only have 6 and 8. So in total 8 ability slots, right? So you already got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So what is next? So the next ability that is to actually is to be the first ability in any of dragon. This is immortal device or hero predation. Depends on the quality of a dragon. Divine dragon says immortal device, but the effect is same, just a little bit stronger on the red ones, right, than the orange one. So it increases damage deal to enemy heroes by 40% by friendly units. So any of the friendly units will be dealing more damage to heroes. But not only that, all these effects are really important: reducing accuracy of enemies, heroes, reducing attack speed of enemy heroes. So these all also affect enemies lot of war. So understand that if you are struggling against enemies lot of war, this ability is must have for you. So it increases enemy heroes' chance of being critically hit. So it's basically increasing their crit, decreasing their crit resistance, and decrease enemies heroes evade chance, means you can hit them more often. Increases enemy hero crit damage taken. So it's this is actually crit increasing crit resistance. This is decreasing crit resistance of enemies. This is decreasing crit evasion. And this one reduces the damage of your enemy hero. So overall damage they deal also reduce. So yeah. So this ability is very important to get max level as fast as possible. So you can see how your dragon has so many important skills that helps all your units. So this is why your dragon is the most important supportive unit, and you need your dragon to survive for as long as possible. And these abilities will help. So these 2 abilities, these are paid abilities. You cannot get it for free like in any way, except for by being very lucky when the ability was released. So the ability is only released once, and then it only comes in the boxes that you get after paying a lot of money, like in the lottery, right? So yeah. So yeah, this I think is one of the best abilities, and this is also really good. But yeah, there is another ability which is like really good, but yeah. So I think my dragon survives like really well, and this helps me win a lot of battles against enemies who are like even similar to my strength. But if you don't have all these slots, you want to focus on the 8 most important skills, and these are in this order. Like you want immortal device, you want skills so that your dragon lives long, but so that your dragon survives, you need at least these 2 abilities, and because this helps your dragon stay in the back. And then third one, this one after that, to help it in the back line. So it's like 1 first, second, third, fourth, fifth one, right? Sixth one, if you can get Dream Breaker, if you can't, get Arcane Blessing. So Arcane Blessing is arguably it's like if you have these 3, you need this one to make this combo work. So these 4 kind of come in a package, I would say. 1 2 3 4, even this one, but this one you can kind of like add later as well. Maybe instead of this, you can get dragon scales, what it was called, I forgot, like Drake scale or something, I forgot the name. But yeah, there are different creators, and that one increases your damage resistance by a lot, which helps your dragon survive. So, and as you know, surviving dragon is the most important thing. So yeah, so this is how this is, in my opinion, the best skill that you can have. So let's say you didn't have these abilities, right? So what do? you might have like other abilities. So I think Dragon Shadow is the best ability to get after Drake Scale. I would get Drake Scale and then Dragon Shadow. So Drake Scale, I have it, and another dragon. Let's see. So this not this one. So yeah, this dragon, if you see, yeah, Drake Scale Heart. So it reduces damage taken by a lot, and not only that, it also increases your health and then reduces your basically your crit evasion. So it increases your crit evasion and crit resistance by a lot, right? So this helps your dragon survive a lot longer than usual. So if you don't have these two abilities, you want to get the Drake skill that I showed you, and the other one you want to get this Dragon Shadow. So Dragon Shadow, Drake Scale, and Dreambreaker, these three are the best creator abilities that you can get without paying money, by just playing in Set. Or there used to be a event called Keepers, Finders Keepers, and that one event also had one greater ability after you spend like what 30,000 linary. I think that's all you need to know about getting the best abilities on your PvP dragon. And as usual, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.